Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in broken images है और ये एक पोएम है broken images. रॉबर्ट ग्रेज ने ये लिखी है. रॉबर्ट ग्रेट पोइट हैं इसके और बहुत ही अच्छी पोएम है. और इस पोएम में दिस पोएम ड्राज कंपैरिजन between thoughts of the poet and those of another person. One believes in clear images of life, whereas the other believes in broken images. Broken images. The most people in this world have broken images. He is quick thinking in clear images. I am slow thinking in broken images. He becomes dull, trusting to his clear images. I become sharp, mistrusting my broken images. In these lines, the poet talks about his thoughts and the thoughts of another person. He says that the other person is quick because he thinks in clear images. He has a clear picture of life. The poet is slow because he believes in broken images of life. Full stop. The person believing in clear images becomes dull and inactive. Such a person does not much offer on his part because he accepts the fact as they are presented to him. However, the poet calls himself a slow person in a sense that he believes in broken images of life. He deeply goes into the detail of things. He is intelligent and he tries to find a solution to the complexity of life. Hence, the poet becomes a sharp and active because he likes to struggle in order to get facts. The other person trusts his images, whereas the poet mistrusts his images. Mistrusts his images. Trusting his images, he assures their relevance. Mistrusting my images, I question their relevance. Assuming their relevance, he assumes the fact. Questioning their relevance, I question the fact. I question the fact till of this verse in these lines, the poet criticizes the thoughts of the other person and seems to appreciate his thought. He says that the other person trusts clear images. According to him, everything is right, and he needs not probe into the details of different factors. He thinks that his images' thoughts are relevant to the facts of life. However, when the poet mistrusts his images, he questions their relevance, assuming the relevance of images. The other person assumes that they are facts and are applicable to reality. In contrast to this, the poet questions the relevance of his images. Hence, he questions the facts. He is a curious person who accepts or rejects the validity of things on the basis of his experience of in-depth analysis of certain facts. When the fact fails him, he questions his senses. When the facts fail me, I approve my senses. He continues quick and dull in his clear images. I continue slow and sharp in my broken images. In these lines, the poet describes the other person, confusion and double doubts that are in contrast to his own situation. According to him, when the other person realizes that the facts and reality of life are not in agreement with his thoughts and images, he starts having doubts about his senses. However, the poet is quite opposite to the other person. Within the facts of life are not in harmony with the ideas of the poet. He does not condemn and doubt his senses. Rather, he thinks well of his senses. The poet approves his senses because he is quite confident of his picture of life. So, he believes in the presentation of facts and at once accepts the reality of things without examining them in depth. But that person remains dull and inactive due to having a clear picture of life. The poet is a slow person because he keeps experimenting in order to know the facts, but he is active and sharp due to faith in broken images and thoughts. Broken images and thought. He is in a new confusion of his understanding. I in a new understanding of my confusion. The other person remains confused because his concept about life are not clear. He comes across confusion in every aspect of life because of his blind trust in clear images. In contrast to that, the poet gets an understanding of the facts of life and comes out of confused situation because of his mistrust in broken images and thoughts. Broken images and thought. वो अपनी फहम की नई उलझन में मुब्तला है। मैं अपनी उलझन की नई फहम में मुब्तला। Thank you very much, my dear students. This is the last poem. Last poem. I have loaded here 20 poems, and it is the last poem according to your course of sleep. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.